feeling like I'm academics. Can't ride no.
Yeah, we could watch some Marcellus Wiley shit. Marcellus Wiley, Shannon. Let's see what he's talking about. Should I watch the 60-minute version? All right, let me try to watch.
And tying some things together because it just doesn't sit right with me. And one thing about me, when my spidey sense go off, I gotta do my work, do my homework, do my research to shut it up. And something just ain't right. With the timing of the settlement offer, the allegations, and even the temporary leave of absence with Shannon Sharpe and ESPN. So if y'all walk with me, let's figure this thing out together because I'm going to lean on y'all to beat it up in the comments and let me know what's going on. Because it all blew up in one weekend, and boy, was it a weird, wild weekend last weekend. All right, so let me just start it off by saying there are two things at play right here. Either A, Shannon got played by Jane Doe, Gabriella Zuniga. And I think universally we all can say that. Not going into the innocence and guilt of the allegations, just like, yo, you got played, dog. Or, maybe or, Shannon and we, us, you and me, are getting played as well. And I never thought about that, but my spidey sense is going off for some strange reason. Okay. So we all know about the report of a $100 million deal for Shannon Sharpe and his king empire of Shay Media. Duh, made a ton of sense. But now as I look back on it, that $100 million deal was reported. And did she know that that deal was happening? Or she didn't know? Because on Friday, it was reported, and on Sunday, she filed.
Yo, she definitely knew, brother. Let me tell you this, chap. When you got a chick licking your ass and doing all that freaky shit to you, you definitely pillow talk to her. You've been telling her, like, she probably been saying, oh, babe, I want to do this. Babe, I want you to help me with this apartment. Babe, I want this. When are we going to do this? And a lot of times us men, we start, this is through pillow talking. Talking about our next move. Oh, I'm gonna move to Vegas because, they about to give me that $100 million deal. He told her that shit. Of course, he was pillow talking. That nigga was in the pussy like acting a fool, bro. The nigga was basically having some 12-year slavery type of bullshit going on with Shorty. He definitely told her he was about to get a big payday. You get what I'm saying?
Now, I could get a work week, Monday through Friday, but then you going to file on a Sunday? What happened between Friday and Sunday? So, this extortion angle that Shannon and his lawyers have chosen could either be A, cover, let's inflate his worth before this hits, because we know it's going to hit, negotiations have broken down in settlement, or B, which is worse, probably, someone with knowledge of these negotiations and the settlement offers leaked it to the public to blow up Shannon Sharpe's potential deal. Someone knew that he was in line for $100 million and leaked it to blow up the negotiations and the settlement, the mediation, and...
Nah, that don't make sense, Marcellus, because it wasn't an allegation that came out. It was a lawsuit. So... that's not leaking it. That's her and her lawyer filing the lawsuit.
To deflate his value. So now you're not going to get $100 million because all this going to hit the fan. Maybe one of the suitors did that or someone close to Shannon Sharpe. So I just wanted to set that up. That's just setting up the tone. Now let's walk through this, shall we? Y'all got to go back with me to when I was at Fox, and the executive pulled me to the side because when I was at Fox, I was just like this, man. I'm just trying to get in and out of there. I just had my newborn, my kids and all that stuff. I had 3 little ones. I'm trying to go be a coach and chauffeur. I ain't got time to be talking to all y'all. That's why I didn't know so much of the stuff that was going on behind the scenes because I wasn't trying to hear it because I wasn't about it. But I do remember an executive pulling me to the side and saying, man, it's a damn shame. They making this negotiation about race. I was like, what you talking about? And it was the Shannon Sharpe negotiation with Skip Bayless. Do you guys remember this? Stop making it about skin color. Shannon Sharpe should not make Skip Bayless money. There's a big conversation about this. I read this real quick. According to a report, FS1's Shannon Sharpe's expiring contract this summer, anonymous sources told Front Office Sports, remember that, Front Office Sports, that Sharpe should make the same amount of money as his undisputed co-host Skip Bayless, claiming it would look bad if the black co-host doesn't make the same as the white. All right. They were talking about the country wrestling with racial inequality or equality. Fox has an incredible opportunity to make a statement. One of the sources said, give Shannon Sharpe a contract that is equal pay for equal work. Do you really want to be paying a black man half that what his white co-star is making? That's a tough look these days. All right. Remember that? I remember that. That's where we're going to start. So that exec was pissed because he was like, that's Shannon's camp leaking that. Now, you can't hold him to the fire of that. But he was like, who else will report that? Who else will go on that and be anonymous and say that? So they were trying to establish a relationship between Shannon Sharpe and Front Office Sports and the fact that they were trying to make these negotiations racial. When most people would say, well, Skip gave him an opportunity, and even though Shannon's the bigger star, Skip is the reason why that show goes, and he has this opportunity. So a lot of people were going back and forth. No matter where you sided, did he deserve what Skip deserved?
Okay, so he's trying to work out a couple theories. I get what he's trying to do here.
All right, that's part one. Keep walking. Then let's go all the way to when he was released from Fox. Remember there was a conversation about him reaching a buyout? Remember this? Shannon Sharpe reaches buyout agreement with Fox Sports. Will leave undisputed after NBA Finals. Okay, we cool with that. We get it. Y'all, you know, you had the incident with the Memphis Grizzlies. You and Skip blew up on air. We get it. It's time to go. But then you remember what happened for real? Like, it's almost like what's being reported, but what's reality? Remember when Stephen A. Smith blew up his spot and said, yeah, he got fired? We were like, got fired. And then everybody went at Stephen A. like, why you tell your boy business? He been saying he was bought out and it was mutually agreed. And then Stephen A. Smith leaked it, went there and said, nah, he got fired. And I gave him an opportunity. Okay? Keep walking with me. That's two. There was a conversation about Club Shay Shay and the ownership. I know that because I had a conversation with Shannon about it. And he was like, oh, man, I've always owned Club Shay Shay. I was like, damn, that's weird because nobody owns them Fox podcasts. Don't believe me? Ask Nick Wright, who just had to negotiate to get out of his to get it on the volume with Colin Cowherd, which Club Shay Shay is on the volume with Colin Cowherd. So me and him just had a conversation. I've been told y'all about this, so I ain't snitching. I was just like, oh, well, news to me, big dog.
Well, Nick Wright versus Shannon Sharpe, I feel like Shannon Sharpe had more leverage creating the Uncle Shay Shay podcast than Nick Wright, who's never, you know, with all due respect to him, he's never been like a star like that. You know, again, when I started talking to Spotify, I heard they wanted to own the IP. We told them they ain't finna own the IP. And then we basically, you know, thank God for Apple, there was a bidding war, and then they caved. Now, do I think they allowed everybody to keep their IP? No. We kept ours, which, again, so all I'm saying is that Shannon Sharpe can't be compared to Nick Wright. Like, two different, come on.
I thought they owned all of them because they were trying to give me one, and they wanted part ownership as well.
You can't be compared to Shannon Sharpe neither. Shannon Sharpe is a big deal. That's Unc.
Whatever. Let's keep walking. Okay. So now we find out that Shannon Sharpe from like early February to April was going through mediation for a couple of months. And that mediation obviously didn't go as well as desired because Shannon, one, didn't come to a mediation settlement. He didn't get the offer accepted, whether it was $10 million or more. But more importantly, he switched lawyers. Now, I don't know exactly when he switched lawyers, but he switched lawyers. Let's keep going, y'all. Those negotiations blow up. Now you got your new current lawyer. And somewhere between all of that, boom, $100 million is reported. And I wonder who reported it. Did I tell y'all? Y'all remember? This is a trivia question. This is a quiz.
Front office
Remember who leaked the racial negotiations? Same one who leaked these negotiations. Shannon Sharpe eyes $100 million podcast deal as volume contract expires.
Yeah, I think I do agree with this part of what he's saying. I believe that Shannon Shannon's team was probably leaking stuff. But yeah, they were leaking it to have leverage, right? And also try to invite other people to compete, right? Yo, we want 100 million. So let's say the volume was offering him 85. Now, when everybody else hears the number is 100 for Shannon, another company might come in and say, yo, we'll give Shannon 100. Now Shannon could use that deal to go get more from the volume, and he probably wanted to stay at the volume, right?
Front office sports. Okay. You know, maybe you got somebody in there that's the homie. Maybe it's not Shannon Sharpe. But coincidence, on that Friday, that comes out. Then on a non-work day, on a Sunday, a lawsuit is filed by Jane Doe, a.k.a. Gabriella Zuniga. Okay? Then all of a sudden, Monday, Shannon firing bullets at her, leaking text messages. She fired back, got audio, more text, more audio. We like, damn. And the biggest issue I think most people had was he coming out with the Jay-Z approach, but this ain't the Jay-Z situation. Why you even bring him up? Jay-Z sat there knowing, one, he never met the girl. But two, there could be no more ammunition from their side, the opposite side, the plaintiff's side, against him. Because the allegations were like 20 years old. He's like, if they had something, they would have shot it in the 20 years that lapsed. But no, they didn't. So it was a complete different situation with Shannon.
Yo, Gifted Mind Frames, thank you for the 5 memberships. I appreciate you for gifting it.
And Jay-Z, which was weird and odd. And that's what kind of started my spidey sense going. And then he did the video. And that made me even more riled up because I was like, what is going on here? This ain't adding up. And then that obviously culminated in a few days to where he's taking a temporary leave of absence from ESPN. And we all got a chance to see his statement, AKA this screenshot, which, you know, a lot of people were clowning like, dog, you're supposed to write this. You ain't supposed to screenshot it, but whatever. But he says, at this juncture, I'm electing to step aside temporarily from my ESPN duties. I'll be devoting this time to my family and responding and dealing with these false and disruptive allegations set against me. I plan to return to ESPN to start the NFL preseason. Sincerely appreciate the overwhelming and ongoing support I have received from my family, fans, friends, and colleagues, okay? Let me not leave out the first statement because it had nothing to do with my point, but it is a point. My statement is found here, and this is the truth. The relationship in question was 100% consensual. Okay, but here's the problem. So you step away from ESPN, which you don't own, obviously, because you want to devote time to your family and respond and dealing with these false.
Yeah, but he's still doing his own stuff. Yeah, he basically was saying that he got pushed out, but they allowed him to run with the narrative. Oh, I didn't get fired, I left.
And disrupt the allegations set against you.
By the way, thank you for all the gifted memberships. I see gifted memberships popping off everywhere. Hold on, let me give us a couple shout outs. Who's gifted memberships, man? Give me 1 second. Let me give a shout out. If this thing will load. Let me keep playing until it loads.
But then you're still doing Club Shay Shay, which you do own in part with the volume. I think it was a 50-50 deal, but whatever. You own Club Shay Shay. That deal's expiring with the volume. And you own all the other entities under Shay Shay Media and Nightcap included. And then my spidey sense was like, somebody who's not.
By the way, Gifted Mind Frames, thank you for the gifted membership. You've gifted about it looks like about 11 memberships. I appreciate you. Anthony Arnold, thank you for the gifted membership. Victor Abote, thank you for the 5 gifted membership. And, okay, cool.
Going to work at ESPN is still going to work everywhere else that they own. Now, you do the equation, the logical equation of you still are devoting time to work. So it's not a time conversation for your family or for you to deal with the allegations. You're still working. You're on Nightcap. You're on Club Shay Shay. But you're not working at ESPN. And the only difference, because it's more of a commitment to do the Shay Shay, more of a commitment in time to do Nightcap, you're not doing ESPN for one reason.
They pushed them out.
Because you don't own it. So that means they told you something. Maybe you got in front of it and said, hey, I think I need to step away. And they was like, yeah, you read our mind at best. But when Stephen A came out, and didn't have your back like he had Jay-Z's back, everybody was sitting there like, I don't know about this, big dog. I don't know. Let me sum this up for you guys. Because either Shannon got played, which we all can agree on. Yeah, Gabriella got him. Innocent or guilty. She got him. But more, are we getting played in terms of the sympathy, in terms of really giving Shannon a benefit of doubt? Because we are part of getting played as well. Okay? Think about it. All the things I just said, and you sum it up to say, was this a cover? The $100 million being leaked? Was this a cover to show the extortion angle? Was this somebody really sabotaging Shannon Sharpe and deflating his value? Because as soon as that got out, no quicker than they could hit send, negotiations fizzle and he's getting sued. Coincidence? I don't know. And then, could it be even worse?
Okay, he has a point there. So, if Shannon offered $10 million, so in negotiations, someone starts high, the other person counters low. You usually try to meet in the middle. Now we're in the middle. That's up for debate. However, when conversations are happening and people are negotiating, what's usually called, when someone is offering a deal or even a settlement, there gets to be a point where this might be taking weeks, months, and a lawyer will say, hey, we're going to make a decision very soon. Give us your best and final. And the word best, or the term best and final, means your best offer and your final offer. Now, that must have happened, in my opinion. And Gabriel Zuniga and Tony Busby must have seen that and still turned it down. Because that's the only way I could see why they would file the lawsuit now. Now, still, there's much more information we're probably lacking if we are now hearing that somebody turns down $10 million. This is too much money for you to just turn down, right? As a guaranteed.
We are being used and played in the process as well, in the court of public opinion, to say, oh, because you remember when it first hit the allegations, oh, she got Tony Busby, and they just said that Shannon was getting paid, and now look how they act. Beat it up in the comments. Tell me what you think. I just threw everything at you guys. I wanted to give one of those conspiracy theory spitballs out there because I'm just tying it together. I'm like, front office sports, then helping Shannon in negotiation, front office sports now, helping Shannon.
Now, let me pause it and do something real quick, right? And I'm going to be honest with you. I hate this for Shannon Sharpe. I literally hate this for it. Unfortunately, the internet is filled with a bunch of haters, and those people try to prey on your demise. And they realize that these days with people with their platforms, like cancellation, it's hard to cancel people that have like a real audience. So what they do is they go after your jobs. If you employ yourself, they can't really do that. But if they, then they try to go at your sponsors. You remember when it happened to me? They're like, yo, Happy Dad dipped. They're like, oh, Steak dipped. They were like, yo, Steak is a gambling website, right? Like, what do y'all thinking this is, right? Like, but anyway, they said everything in the book. What people are now monitoring, they're seeing if his advertisers have left him. And I think this is rather sad. So, I'm going to look. But people are saying, go look at his video. And he used to do a lot more ads, and he ain't doing them ads no more. We were watching the other night or the other day, and he was reading a shit ton of ads. Let's see how his show started today.
Cleveland Browns. He's an get into Shador stuff.
Hold on.
So that's shaymedia.com/tour.
Okay, so it looked like they're selling tour tickets, which obviously that's something they're doing by themselves. Is there any ads? Any ads? We see Shay Media. Sorry.
Like button and go joining us. Be chiming in on the Shador Sanders, the Liberty City legend, the bingo.
I'm seeing if
the Liberty City nightcap. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I hope for chiming in on the Time All-Star. What can you support? Because without you, there can be no us. And especially in times like this, we really need your support. So thank you.
That's what you got to do, Shannon. I told you, lead into that audience. You're going to be just fine. This shit got 253,000 or you did 250,000 views in 23 hours. You ain't going nowhere. You just got to know where your bread is really buttered with. Shit, if I'm you, I start doing nightcap on the weekends. If I'm you, I do nightcap and daybreak. You just add another segment. The people going to fuck with you. You're going to lose some. But this is where you find, this is going to be your 300 moment. You don't need all that fluff. You just need 300 strong, the equivalent of chat niggas. That's all you need. Trust.
Thank you. Now, if you cannot find it in a city or a state like this, we really need your support. So thank you very much. Make sure you check out Shea by Laportier. We do have it in stock. Now,
okay, that's his own liquor he's promoting.
If you cannot find it in a city or a state near you, order it online. We'll ship it directly to your door. Please drink responsibly and stay safe out there. Go follow my media company page on all of his platforms, Shay Media, and my
yeah, he using this used to be the ad space. He using all this ad space to just basically promote his own stuff because the advertisers probably stepped back.
Clothing company, 84 with 8 Plaza Glass. Tickets for our Not Safe for Work tour are on sale now.
Okay, yeah.
Got a lot of get into Shador stuff. He finally got drafted, and his brother is a free agent. He's going to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. But first, we got to go with basketball. The last 2 games were very interesting to the very end. The first one, Ocho, y'all in trouble. Y'all get that up out the net.
Yeah, I think all the advertisers got out of there, yo. I think the advertisers got out of there. It said these live streams are 10 days apart. Can you spot the difference? No ads. Shannon Sharpe would advertise multiple companies at the top of the show and announce Boost Mobile as a sponsor with a red light visible throughout before getting started.
If you're looking to make the moments and dropping plays, I can't wait. If you're looking to make the playoffs even more exciting, DraftKings Sportsbook has you covered as an official sports betting partner of the NBA. From the play-in games all the way through the finals, now it's time to back your favorite player and teams as they go chase glory. Damn. And that doesn't make the play download the months on their best unlimited plans.
Yeah, Boost Mobile dip. They dip for sure.
Boost will be really good at math and money stuff like me. Pay off what you still owe. Okay, time to take my financial advisor hat off and put on my lawyer hat. Requires upfront payment. Nightcap brought to you by Boost Mobile.
Oh, okay. So it's brought to you by Boost Mobile. Let's see now.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you for joining us for another episode of Night Champ 2000. Thank you.
Yeah, Boost Mobile dip, man. Fuck. Yeah. You know, we got some audience people, man. They rocking. It said nightcap numbers have surged. Boost Mobile will come back. Somebody said Ocho is covering the Boost Mobile sign. Is crazy. What? Ocho Cinco is covering the Boost Mobile sign?
Giving you what he averaged.
First,
where's the Boost Mobile sign usually at?
For your continued support, Bingo Ring of Fame honoree 44.
Where is it usually at? Let me see.
Sportsbook and listen to Boost Mobile. You buy.
Oh, let me look at an old episode. Damn. This is 3 weeks ago. Okay, here we go.
That's what really. Yeah. That's what really.
Oh, Nightcap and Boost Mobile presented by Boost Mobile. That's the sign. Nightcap, Boost Mobile. Oh, okay. But now, and then they had their partners over here. I think this is DraftKings, and I don't know what this is. This is DraftKings. So they had a bunch of sponsors on there, bitch. But now, my boy, oh,
They dangerous.
he covered up. He covered up Boost Mobile with a jersey. Wow. And in the corner, there's no more DraftKings. DraftKings is not in the corner no more. So DraftKings out, Boost Mobile out. Only this remains. And that's probably, we could probably look in here to see what that probably is. That probably is, I can't tell. I don't know what sponsorship this is. Or is it like a channel badge? I don't know. Whatever. Yeah, you guys are going crazy with the memberships. Thank you guys. I'm going to keep shouting you guys out. Let me see who else has contributed some more for memberships. Give me a second. Wow. Man, the sponsors really dipped on my boy. I mean, I could have told you that was going to happen. Sponsors come, sponsors go. Just take a few months, calm it down. Oh, wow, we got 100 new members on the Academy? Yo, we got a ball. Yo, Victor Obote. Hey, listen. Victor Obote going crazy. Him, Anthony Arnold. Oh, they having a gifted war. Ruger Red. Yo, Ruger Red, who should I get? I'm going to get one of y'all mods. Like, y'all going crazy. I got to give one of y'all mods. By the way, Dreamlet, thank you for the 10. It says, Ak, you are too drunk to give me props for hitting 30 of 30. I'm on 32 of 100 now. Just want to thank everybody who checked out my beats. Appreciate the support. Shout to Dreamlit. Khalid Predator, thank you for the, what currency is this? SAR? What is that? It says, Ak, I've been watching you since 2015. I'm 28. My wedding's in 2 months. Big up, chat. I love y'all. Damn, appreciate you. You've been watching me for 10 years. Congratulations on your marriage. Or your impediment marriage. Dominic Lawrence, thank you for the 3 Canadian. Says, yo, shout out to Big Ak in the chat. Ain't nothing bigger. Jamaican team. You know what I'm saying? Anthony Arnold going crazy. Yo, the Academy channel is booming, man. We got all the ballers over the Academy channel. I love everybody on King Academics, but all the ballers, they over there. Ruger Red been holding down for a minute. Hey, I see you, my brother. Gifted Mind Frames. Thank you, Anthony Bolte again. Anthony Arnold, and Victor Bolte. You guys have been going incredibly crazy. Somebody says, go to the JBP Joe Budden last episode, timestamp 4721. Is that on YouTube? Joe Budden podcast. Is it this?
The thought?
Is it this? And say go to what timestamp? 47? 4721, you said?
Just the tweet takes that Cat Williams level to God, Cat Williams interview to godlike status for the tweet with.
And you'll understand me and watch the Cat Williams interview back from 2024. Now, again, I don't agree.
The people do. The messiest shit ever.
Messiest shit ever. His name is, he goes by Big Zaka. On April 24th, he tweeted, fuck NDA. That's, non-disclosure agreement. Fuck NDA. That nigga Shannon met his hoe at a Diddy party when she was 17.
Yikes.
Watch Cat back, and you'll understand me and watch the Cat Williams interview back.
Okay, I think I know what he's talking about, because I seen the tweet in question. I seen the tweet in question. Let's see if we can find nigga Shannon met his hoe. Okay. Yeah, so we're gonna try to figure out this.
Because she was jealous of Michelle. And he kept her around for.
Hold on. Oh, this is Shannon Thomas's girlfriend.
Ain't help with no rent, ain't pay. Every relationship I've been in, my girlfriend ain't never paid for anything. Ain't help with no rent, ain't pay. I take over her bills. You got a car note? I got that. You got an apartment?
Come
I
on
got
now.
that. The only thing you pay for, your cell phone bill, you pay that. That's all you got. My mom want to come. My family's coming. Okay, I got them.
Yeah.
I fly them in. I have a car service pick them up. Yeah.
Well, you the one, boy. Well, you that boy, huh? You hear me?
I don't think that's tricking though. If you're up tens of millions of dollars and a woman is being loyal and faithful to you, I think that's normal. if you consider her your girlfriend. Now, if she's just a piece of ass, you're tricking, I think. But if that's your girlfriend, I think it's normal for you to pay for stuff for her.
Look, I'm just
Right.
old fashioned. I'll do a lot. I ain't opening
Right.
no doors. So don't ask me. I ain't gonna go around and open your door to get in the
Right,
car
right,
or something
right.
like that. Open your own
Right.
damn door. But for most of the stuff, everything else, I'm gonna
but
take care
well,
of it. That's just the way
Right.
I am. I'm not saying if another guy doesn't do that, I'm not saying
Right.
he's wrong. I know some guys like, hey, Sharpe, man, she got to pay for
Right.
something.
Okay. All right. I'm trying to find that particular tweet because I did see the tweet. Let me go back and hear what they said. What was the name of the guy?
NDA by Big Zaka on April 24th.
Big Zaka. Who the hell? Big Zaka? I think that's how it's spelled. Zaka. Fuck. Question? I'm trying to figure out the tweets. So there's this tweet that we're looking for that's saying Shannon met Diddy. Basically, it's a Shannon Sharpe's bodyguard claim. Yeah, this is a guy. He says, fuck NDA. That nigga Shannon met his hoe at a Diddy party when she was 17. Watch Cat back and you'll understand. Big Zaka. Let's go to his page. Big Zaka. Chad, we got content just went really bad, right? Like, we got content. Oh, that shit just went really bad. Oh, my God. Okay. So this is Zaka. Now, here's my problem. They call everybody a security guard just because they're big and ugly. How is this guy Shannon Sharpe security guard with no pictures of him with Shannon Sharpe? All we see him is with the white guy, shirtless. How do we know that this guy is Shannon Sharpe's bodyguard? He's promoting CSGO Empire? What? I think this guy is cap. I think this guy is cap. Is this Shannon or him? What? Nah, this guy ain't no goddamn bodyguard. This is why you always got to check where the info is coming from. Now, I think he deleted it. He deleted that tweet. Yeah, he deleted the tweet, but he retweeted someone posted his tweet. I think this guy's trolling. I think, and this is where, Mark, I ain't got no more beef with you. You already said it's cool. You copped it already. It's cool. You're supposed to be the journalist guy. So I know we're in the podcast culture, but I do expect you, of all people, to not do the Bush League run and gun journalism. And I don't know if you're interested in doing that for hip hop, where the problem with hip hop is we're all now talking heads. We all just are getting our points off and getting rants off, this and third. There's really nobody doing full journalism. I'm gonna lie, I feel like I'm the closest one doing full journalism, because at least I'll go bust open a case. I'll go read and break down an indictment the best of my ability. I'll go pull paperwork. Everybody else is going off tweets. Like that to me, that's really minimal and minuscule in how the entire space is. People are going off of amateur YouTube videos, and sources are really, kind of shaky for a lot of things that people run with, right? I do expect you, though, because you have a background from CNN, that you would do that due diligence. Now, again, maybe you did do that due diligence, and maybe I'm misinformed, and if I am, whatever. But I think that guy is a troll. So this idea that tweet about he met her at 17 at a Diddy party, you don't believe that woman would have added that in? That, yes, I met Shannon Sharpe when I was underage at a Diddy party? That would make this so much more salacious, especially if she had proof that she was at a Diddy party at 17 and met Shannon Sharpe. That they could also throw another allegation on him that he was basically messing with her underage. So I think this was a troll.
Nastiest shit ever. His name is, he goes by Big Zaka. On April 24th, he tweeted, "Fuck NDA." That's, non-disclosure agreement. Fuck NDA. That nigga Shannon met his hoe at a Diddy party when she was 17.
Yikes.
Watch Cat back, and you'll understand me. And watch the Cat Williams interview back from 2024. Now, again, I don't know if it's true. I don't know anything about it. But this is another piece of information in response to what you just said.
Without knowing if it's true, just the tweet takes that Cat Williams level.
Yeah, I believe the tweet is incorrect. From what people are telling me now, that's not even Shannon's bodyguard at all. So, made for a good tweet, but there's no veracity to that, right? We were finishing this video right here. Let's get back to it. And then we have a few things to get to. I'll let you know in a second. Damn, chat. I still feel bad for that, bro. Chat. How could I salvage this? Because you know what's funny? Again, I guarantee that there's some behind-the-scenes stuff happening with Luz, Wack, and Charisse. But the internet is going to interpret it as, yo, Act just gaslit them into beefing with each other. No, there's some internal stuff happening, but y'all don't know the internal stuff. So this is the first time I've ever heard Wack talk about, like, Luz and specifically Luz's woman like that. I've never heard him speak like this. So it's going to come off on the surface like he's just super mad at this idea that she spoke about him. And I guess then my blame is, well, you kind of come off like you're a gossiping girl by immediately bringing it up to Wack a couple minutes later. But I don't think that's the source of why Wack is going off. Anyway, let's keep watching this video.
Shannon in a negotiation, whether it's intentional, coincidental, or not. It's kind of interesting. Draw your own conclusions. But I just wanted to give you the pen, the pencil, the art to draw those conclusions. All right, well, on this show, best way I can get some answers is to flow. A little levity to this situation. I just thought that was really interesting. There was a lot of stuff going on. Plot with it. Talk like a boss, but still.
Wait, he's rapping? The hell? I didn't even know he rapped. Okay. All right, good. So we get enough of that.